Hey, so right now you are in high demand, okay? And you are in the energy as to where you just want individuals to let you vibe, okay? You've definitely been attacked as to where individuals just kept trying to play in your face. And if they're not playing in your face, they're definitely playing in your energy, okay? And you definitely have someone that is crying over you, okay? Someone is crying over you right now because you realize that you had to walk away. So Can't Raise a Man is definitely significant by K Michelle. So you definitely could have listened to the song recently, or that's definitely a song that you need to listen to, okay? You are really learning how to love yourself more. You're practicing self-love more. You're being more compassionate towards yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And then you're also learning how to stop comparing yourself to others, right? You are definitely overcoming a lot of hardship that individuals try to manifest into your life. And then you're also coming to terms with the hardships that you kind of put on yourself. You're taking accountability, okay? And with this 999 energy, you're definitely releasing a lot of emotional baggage that you could have had, and it's giving you a more positive outlook on your future, okay? So right now you could have some type of blockages that are keeping you from manifesting this abundance that you really want to come in, right? You're being called to really open up your throat chakra because that will help to trust yourself when it comes to money, okay? To where you're not giving it away to individuals that really don't deserve it, to leave you in a worse spot. All right, somebody definitely wants to say that they love you, or somebody wants you to tell them that you love them. Okay, with this Say It by Tory Lanez, that part, he's like, you're gonna have to do more than just say it. Somebody is like, oh my gosh, I really want you, say that shit. Somebody definitely wants to really express themselves emotionally to you, but there's something that's really holding them back from saying this, or just expressing themselves emotionally to you. So we're gonna get into it, okay? What else, Holy Spirit, they need to know? Yeah, somebody sees that you're moving on to bigger and better. Somebody sees that you're enjoying yourself. You're really enjoying life and enjoying having, this energy of where you're really loving yourself and you're not feeling guilty for showing that love to yourself, right? And somebody definitely does want to pour into you, okay? But there's also someone in the background that's very defensive, okay? This individual could be someone that this individual used to talk to in the past or whatever, but it's they're being very protective at this time because they don't want to be hurt again. And that could also be your energy. All right, you are being viewed as the victor. You are being viewed as the winner. You have a lot of willpower, and that's definitely helped to feed your determination on doing the things that you need to do. You're definitely practicing a lot of self-discipline at this time, as to where you're not letting your emotions overshadow the actions that you're taking, right? And that's definitely a good space for you to be in. You're practicing self-control, okay? With this Hermit energy, I definitely could be talking to a Virgo. I definitely could be talking to a Cancer, or you can have those placements anywhere in your chart. But either way, it's with this King of Cups energy, you're definitely coming to terms with your emotions, and it's helping you to nurture any creative endeavors that you have or want to do. Okay, with this Lover's energy, you're definitely attracting a lot of love at this time. There's a lot of individuals that want to speak up about how they might feel about you in some type of way, and it has a lot to do with giving, okay? So you could be a little bit closed off at this time, and it's mainly because you've given, you've been really generous, and there were individuals that really tried to play in your face, right? And you definitely have walked away from it. You definitely abandoned some connections, and they're definitely feeling away, okay? And there's also individuals that definitely feel as though you have withdrew from them, okay? You really stood in your power, and you were confident about withdrawing and really standing up as a leader, because you realized that someone was just wanting to be stuck in the matrix. It's someone was dealing with someone that really, they did not want to heal. They still wanted to do, a whole bunch of fugazi ass shit. They were still lying, and it's mainly because they were resisting change, and you are the type of individual, it's you are stepping forth into these new beginnings, but this individual that's really playing in your energy, it's they are in fear of these new beginnings, which is why they keep repeating all of these negative patterns, okay? What else the collective need to know? Yeah, you are very close to success, okay? And a big part of this success that you're gaining, it's due to you having courage, you had the courage to move on from individuals. You had the courage to really let go, and then you also let go of a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, a lot of sadness that you could have had towards certain situations, okay? Yeah, with this strength card, you are very strong, right? You're very brave, and that is giving you the strength and the power to overcome any obstacle that could be sent your way, right? What's to come in, Holy Spirit? I feel like that was Ace of Cups. Yeah, but your wishes are definitely coming true. That's coming in for you, okay? Yeah. I'll be knowing. All right, you have a lot of new love that is coming your way super fast, okay? It is a very passionate energy, and when this individual comes in to show you new love, or individuals, like, it's gonna cause you to feel very vindicated, okay? In the past, you could have like had a lot of sadness, you could have had a lot of you know, failures that happened, and it was due to these deep wounds that you really weren't working on, okay? But now you have actually learned a lesson which has put you in a different level, as to where you have ascended into a higher level of your life, emotionally, financially, physically. So it's definitely having you in a higher vibration, which is why you're attracting individuals that are on that same frequency, on that same vibration as you are. Okay, so expect some communications from a King of Wands type of energy. This individual is very protective in their own right. They're protective over themselves. This individual also could be an entrepreneur. They're very inspired. And they're also inspired by you, okay? You are coming up as the star, as to where you have definitely made a renewal, and it has been in the most positive way. This rebirth that you have gone through definitely has you being viewed in such a better light, okay? I'm talking to someone that definitely has been very misunderstood in the past, and that caused a lot of conflicts for you. But once you became like more confident within yourself and really learning how to love yourself, flaws and all, that has gave you a lot of encouragement to go towards the things that you want to accomplish, okay? You definitely have gone through a breakthrough. Yeah, and it's caused you to really combat these energies that were really trying to control you, especially emotionally. Like, somebody definitely had someone that tried to abuse them financially in some type of way, and you just cut it off because you was like, shit, I'd rather struggle than deal with this bullshit. I feel that. I feel that. And you're not struggling. You standing up for yourself. You're not letting nobody play with you. For real. And then it's like you have very high standards, so you like, I'm not dealing with nothing else, because you have dealt with individuals in the past where it's like you lowered your standards because you cared about them, and it's like now that you've walked away and you're like, ew, like, why? I'm talking to someone that like you might look back at past connections, you know, past friendships, past lovers connections, and you're like, ew, what did I even see in you? Like, somebody has definitely, you have gone through a rebirth, okay? You have a King of Pentacles energy that wants to come towards you. This King of Pentacles energy has been dealing with individuals that were very self-absorbed, you know? They were very in their ego. These individuals also, like, they financially depended on them, and then it's like, they started to really act like they were bigger than the program, and this masculine energy is thinking of coming towards you because they see a lot of long-term success. And then the thing that is most important is that this individual sees that you have patience and you do a lot of hard work to get the things that you get. You know, you're not out here using people just to get what you want. You're very self-sufficient, right? And if you have something, you go after something, and it doesn't really have like the results that you expect to have, that is not something that holds you back. It just makes you work harder, okay? I'm talking to somebody that really, you know how to grind, right? What else, Holy Spirit? What about this King of Pentacles? I said, what about this King of Pentacles? This King of Pentacles has so many options and choices, and they really only have eyes for you. And it's like all the cups that they want to offer you are full, because at this time, you are manifesting a lot of balance in your life. So you're manifesting individuals that are balanced as well, okay? That is definitely going to benefit you in the long run, because you're able to have that self-control as to where you don't let your desires like overtake like the process. You know what I'm saying? You're learning how to trust in the Most High, and that patience that you're having is literally having you in a really great space, okay? You definitely provide a very energetic energy as to where like you build people up. You know, you're definitely a healer, but you're learning that, you know, someone can be inspired by you, but they also have to put in the work as well. You know, you're no longer in the energy of really trying to set goals for someone else, is what I'm hearing. It's like you're focused on your own goals. You know, if someone isn't committed to growing on their own, it's like you don't want to deal with it, right? If the individuals are actually putting in the work for their goals, like you have no problem really helping them and nurturing them. But when it comes to someone that really wants you to put in all the work, you're just like, no, I'm good, right? Yeah, and that is why, like, you're really attracting love, because you're in the energy of receiving at this time. That quote, I do not chase, I attract. Somebody is definitely on that wavelength at this time, and that's a really good space for you to be, okay? Because individuals that are committed to, like, having a shared understanding with you, those are individuals that want to build a strong foundation with you, and that is why it will work out in the long term, okay? Yeah, there's somebody in your energy that's going through a tower moment, but it's also a tower energy for you as to where you're going through these sudden changes, okay? This tower that I'm feeling for you guys is like a very high vibrational tower as to where you are making significant changes, okay? You might not feel as though the changes are that significant, but individuals around you can definitely sense and feel and see the positive changes that you have made. So that's a really good thing, because you're being viewed in a brighter light, okay? In the past, like, there were definitely, you could have went through some type of depression, and it caused you to miss a lot of opportunities. And then also there were individuals that, like, they just viewed you in this light of being, like, depressed and down and sad, and that could have been your energy at one point in time. But you have definitely healed from that, and that's definitely put you, like, you're giving others a new perspective, right? And these individuals from your past that were kind of manifesting these feelings of you having this depression, this sadness, this anger, whatever that you were feeling, they are now feeling a lot of sorrow, okay? Someone was actually trying to manifest depression into your life, okay, with this High Priestess card. This individual had a lot of secrets, and it's like them putting you down and keeping you down. It was keeping these secrets alive. It was keeping these lies alive, but now they are all coming to the light because you have separated from them, and that is their divine judgment. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, like, you made this choice to walk away, and it helped you to find a lot of balance, especially emotionally. Yeah, and you have a lot of success, and then you're also proud of yourself as to where it's not low vibrational as to where you feel like you're better than anybody. You just realize that you are a divine being, and God got your back at the end of the day. And that's really good, because you're being shown that, okay? And there are individuals that also have a lot of clarity on some type of conflict that you could have went through in the past. Someone definitely was kind of like trying to feed the fire to, like, keep a conflict going, but then they realized that you're not participating in the conflict. You're focused on yourself and your life and what you're doing, and that's having somebody come out looking real lame. Honestly, that's what I heard. Like, somebody's lame as hell. Yeah, with this Emperor card, it definitely could be an Aries that I'm talking about, or I could be talking to an Aries. I definitely could be talking to a divine masculine energy that's definitely viewing somebody as being lame as fuck, okay? With this Sun card, it definitely could be a Leo that is just lame as hell. This individual is like, they're low vibrational, and they're like stuck. Like, they have like difficult choices to make, but it's like they're still not choosing to heal, okay? This individual is very stubborn. And they're dealing with the same, like, opposing forces that they tried to send your way. Somebody's being haunted by the demons that they tried to send to you. Whoop. Meanwhile, you over here in this kind energy as to where you're being more kind to yourself. You're being more compassionate to yourself. You're offering yourself the support that you freely gave others that really didn't pour back into you, right? And now you are working on mastering your skills, okay? I'm talking to somebody that is very talented, and you're working on developing those skills, and you're very ambitious, which is why it will be positive, okay? Everything that you set out to do, you are going to achieve, and you actually believe that. And the Most High is giving you a lot of confirmation that it's coming to you, okay? For someone, there is a rapid change when it comes to a situation that has to do with the divine feminine that you want to go towards, okay? I feel like I'm definitely talking to a divine masculine right now, okay? You had some type of situation where you were in contact with this divine feminine energy, right? And something happened or whatever. You guys probably got out of contact, and you feel like, dang, like, you missed like an opportunity with them, okay? And yeah, and you had to let go of some type of outdated mindset about this divine feminine energy. Maybe you seen a little bit of their shadow, and it kind of had you like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. But now you see them in a new light, because even with the time that you guys have not been in contact, you've seen all the growth. You've seen all the emotional growth, and then it's like a lot of the questions that you had about this divine feminine, it's definitely answered now. Like, you're definitely seeing who they are on a soul level, and that's really great, because it seems as though now you want to go towards them and really nurture this connection as well. So if I'm talking to divine feminine, definitely expect some communication from a divine masculine that really wants to mend a relationship with you, okay? This individual could be a Capricorn, or this individual was in kind of karmic energy, either or. But it's like now you guys are mirroring each other's energies, as to where you have made a lot of changes, necessary changes that you needed to make. You did this shadow work to really work on the shadow aspect, because it's giving like emotionally. Yeah, like expect a lot of celebrations. You definitely have someone that wants to have a friendship with you. Okay, this friendship could possibly turn romantic, but at the end of the day, it's like you guys are going to try to build a solid foundation that is built in friendship. Okay, and that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, and this will lead to both of you feeling very fulfilled. Okay, somebody definitely wants to integrate lives with you. This individual wants to get to know you on a personal level, spend some time around you. Okay, so that's definitely a really good energy. Somebody really wants to build with you, and it's like they want to have a romantic connection with you, but it seems as though it's like they still struggle with a little bit of insecurities. What about these insecurities? Yeah, and it's because they're feeling like exhausted because of something that happened. Okay, this could have been something that happened with you, or this could be some type of issues that they were trying to work through like in their past. Okay, but it seems as though they're really focused on their healing at this time. Yeah, and it's just anxiety. Somebody definitely has a lot of anxiety, but they're definitely working on loving themselves to really work through these insecurities that they may be feeling. Okay, with this Justice card, it definitely could be a Libra that wants to come towards you, or I could be talking to a Libra. But either way, this is your justice. Okay, it's your justice, the fact that you're able to heal. It's your justice that you even are able to take accountability for the things that you could have done wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you took that accountability, and you're not being stuck in your ego, and that's a really good thing, because it seems as though in the past you could have had issues with being in your ego, and it got you into a little sticky situations, right? But you're definitely keeping an upright attitude, and that transparency that you're having is leading to a lot of fairness to be pretty much dealt out. Okay, there was definitely someone in the background that definitely was egging the fire on, as to where they're being very negative. Okay, and it's like somebody wanted someone to team up with someone wanted to team up with someone else to do something negative towards you, but one of the individuals, they're probably all for it at first, and then they realized like this is not fair, like this is not okay. Like someone actually stood up for what they believed was right, and it actually was right. And that's why whoever they are, like they definitely have a lot of good karma. Okay, it was fated for things to go this way, because at the end of the day, when it comes to God handing you this pentacle, it's because you're standing up in your divinity, right? You could have been in karmic energy in the past, but you changed, you evolved. Okay, that's what we're here to do as humans, is to evolve, and someone has definitely evolved, and it's in the best way possible. Okay, and that is why you are ready for these new beginnings to come your way. Okay, you have a lot of abundance coming your way. Yeah, and that's causing somebody to feel real powerless. Like somebody's definitely like sitting thinking about what they did, and it's like they're not able to have like a sense of peace, right? And it's like you have so much passion. It's like someone's watching you be so passionate, and this individual's just sitting on their ass because they're feeling heartbroken because of this separation. Okay, this individual definitely did not do the right thing, and they're being faced with that karma, and their karma is to face their emotions, to finally actually live in their truth. Okay, but there's definitely someone that wants to communicate with you. They want to openly communicate with you, and it has to do with their passion. Okay, somebody also feels like a familiarity with you. Okay, somebody definitely feels like home with you, and somebody also wants to like have children with somebody, or somebody could have children. But either way, somebody sees your consistency, and they can see that you have a very abundant energy. Okay, I'm definitely talking to someone that is a divine being. Okay, and then you also practice a lot of patience, and someone admires you for the patience that you have and the self-control that you have, because there were individuals that definitely talk bad about you. It's like they made you out to be the complete opposite of what you actually are. Okay, even when you were in karmic energy, it's like somebody blew it up as to where you were so horrible. You know, you probably had some shit with you. You feel me? Everybody got some shit with you. Nobody's perfect, but this individual made you out to be like demonic. They made you out to be so dark, and it's like that is not your energy, and somebody is seeing more and more of that every day. Yeah, and it's like now somebody is in fear. Okay, they are in fear because they're anticipating this judgment that they know is about to fall on their ass. Okay, somebody was very much in their ego when they were doing things, and this individual was like, they were trying to find different ways to attack you when it came to your harmony. If you have children, came to your children, anything that you cared about, it's like they wanted to attack that, and it's not working. So it is what it is, right? If this resonated, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue to live and love and light. Bye.